Scotland to me is pure beauty. I feel like the colours here are like nowhere else in the world. The landscape is just completely its own. Scotland isn't an easy surf trip. You don't just show up and sort of score empty waves. You get out what you put in. I will always keep coming back here. Coming on trips like this, there's always that little bit of risk, but it's so exhilarating when it does pay off and you get that one magical session that makes the whole trip worth it. I decided at the end of last year, after battling with sort of chronic fatigue and burnout, that it was time for me to step away from competing. Last year, I think I didn't find the right balance of juggling sort of training for competition, the travel, the freelance work, the trying to have like a little bit of normality in my life. And I got extremely burnt out and ended up getting sort of a chronic fatigue, potentially even REDS, where I would have a day of competing and then the next day I was completely wiped out in bed and I couldn't get out of bed to go and train and do what I wanted to do. And I think that for me was a point where I was like, okay, I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to push myself in different ways. Rate my bumps. This new chapter definitely feels a bit intimidating and scary. I think stepping away from something that you've known for so long. I was competing on and off the QS for about 10 years. And so my year was kind of structured around, you know, the summer events in Europe and then winter away training and doing brand work and things like that. So it's definitely been strange to step away from that and sort of be able to structure my years how I would like to. But it's also super exciting and I feel as though I've got so much more to give in the sport. I've been coming up here for probably the last 10 years and I've always had a love for it, a love for the kind of, I guess, hard work paying off. I feel like here you get rewarded for putting the time in. You know, you spend most of the day driving around, walking to these different spots and checking them, and eventually it pays off and you get one that is just the most incredible session you've had. We've had the most unbelievable sunrises and sunsets with rainbows going through them, and the scenery is just out of this world. We've also had freezing cold mizzle, sideways rain, really dark days. And then I feel like you're rewarded when you do get the days where it's that gorgeous golden hour practically all day. For me, if I can leave a message to the next generation that they deserve to be in any lineup that they want to be in, that there are no boundaries, then I will be very happy. I think the future for me is challenging myself in new ways. It's adventures, it's learning from failure, and it's showing up in lineups where perhaps there aren't so many women and showing what we can do.